Alright, welcome to Grand Arena. We are in week 3, the finals for week 3 Grand Arena exhibitions, month long. So round 3 championships. Yeah, there we go. Tonight I'm up against Infernae. And Infernae is in Alliance of Rebel Knights. This is not a guild that I've heard of, but he's got a pretty strong roster. All of the major teams, really. So we'll go over a quick review. First round, I was against Wampa, a really nice guy. He reached out to me. We've been chatting ever since we got matched up. I didn't end up, of course, winning the battle, 1885 to 1852. Had to take 2 teams in against his Darth Revan, but I was able to one-shot everything else fairly efficiently. He had to take 2 shots against my Darth Revan, as kind of is the norm nowadays. And then he took 2 turns also against my Grievous. The rest of my teams he one-shot, but the one stumble against the Grievous is what cost him the match. And in talking to him, I was able to give him my counter for Grievous, and he was able to use that in his next round, and he was able to get that win against the Grievous team. He wishes that he was able to to go back in time. I did give him the link to my my YouTube video of my offense against him, and that was before he attacked, but he agreed not to look at that until after he did his offense. I really respect him for sticking to that, because he could have totally used my strategies against me and been able to win. So round 2, we're against SWGOH, who was in the Get Good Guild, another pretty well-known guild. So him I also was able to beat. He was not very efficient at all. I went 1901, so I was able to one-shot everything. He did not leave his Darth Revan on defense, from what I recall. He did leave Jedi Revan, CLS, 2 teams I usually don't see. He left Emperor Palpatine, another team that I usually don't see, and then Night Sisters. In the back, he put his Carth team first order, and then he also set a Grievous team. Again, that's no big deal for me to take out with my counter, and then a Rebel team, pretty easy one. Okay, so I set pretty much my normal defense. I did change up locations a little bit. So I had my Darth Revan along with my Grievous that was in front of a really weak zone. So back here I set just 2 Rebel teams, 1 Rogue One and Wigs, and surprisingly my Rogue One also got a hold. And the bottom section here, set my Night Sisters and my Bounty Hunters, both of which got holds. And then in the back behind there, I set my EP team, which got 4 holds, and then my Carth team. So my defense did really well this time around. I was very happy with the way it performed, and this time I stuck with pretty much the same thing. So here in my front section, I've got my the same team, got my Darth Revan, and got my Scoundrels, or sorry, not Scoundrels, my Grievous with Newt. Did not have a Zeta on Newt. I do have it on him now, but unfortunately was not able to put that on before the lock, and my Droideka is not geared up, so I'm not using him. Behind that, I've got the same teams, got my Wigs, got my Jinn. And then in the bottom, I've got my Night Sisters and Carth. So on the other match, I had my Bounty Hunters up front. So this time I got my Carth up front, and in the back I've got my Bounty Hunters, and then I've got my EP team again. So we'll see how well he does against my my defense. I actually expected him to put a really tough defense, because if we go and we look at the matchups, which I'll pull up here. So Infernae, when we look at his GA stats here, he has not very many offensive wins, but he has a decent amount of defensive holds. So I assume that he, like, because he doesn't do the as many offensive wins, that he sets a lot on defense. But maybe that's not the case, because the defense that I can see so far is pretty weak. But we'll have to see what's in the back. So we do the mod comparison here. I've got more 6E mods than he does, but we are pretty close on the rest of them. Plus 10, he's got a little bit more. Plus 15, I've got a little bit more. We're even on the 20s, and he's got 1 plus 25. So we're pretty even all the way down the board with our 6 dot mod, or with our mods. Zetas, he's got 4 additional Zetas, and this was at the time of lock. Not now, so I do have, I think, 1 more Zeta, maybe 2 more Zetas. I've got more Gear 13s now, but this was at the time of lock. So he's got me on Gear 12s, but I've got him on Gear 11s. I've got him on Gear 13s just a little bit, and I have a lot more of the Gear 12 plus items on my characters. So there's the current matchup. And we go over here, and this is my spreadsheet. This is what I use to plan my defense and my offense. I go through and I mark down all of the different teams that he has, and then I try to predict what he's going to place on defense, and then I plan my offense based on what I think his defense is going to be. And I assumed that he was going to set a very strong defense, you know, GG, DR, JKR, CLS, Night Sisters, like all the meta teams. I assumed he was going to be doing really, really heavy on defense. And so that's, so I was planning a really heavy offense with not as much on my defense. So here we got, these teams here that I highlighted in yellow, not these. There we go. So these teams I highlighted in yellow, these are definite teams that are on defense. They're in his front row, but he also set Phoenix and Ewoks. So I was expecting him to have Ewoks on offense and not use the Phoenix at all. But that's obviously not the case right now, so I do have to replan a little bit of my offense around what we see here, but it shouldn't be too bad. It's better when they go weak on defense when you've expected them to go heavy. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get into it right now. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear this top zone with Carth and his Ewok team. We're gonna be using probably a nest. Maybe solo. We gotta check his potency on Log Ray here. He's got some tenacity mods on, so it's probably not very high. See that? Less than 80%. I should probably be able to take my nest against their home solo. Don't expect any real issues there. Especially with as low geared as some of these guys are. Chirp is super low gear. I should be able to do that solo with Nest. I might take in Qira as well, just for that little extra power. And then his Carth team, I'd probably take my JTR against that. I was planning on doing like a Rex Wampa Hoda combination, but I'd more prefer to go with a more sure counter against this guy. So especially not knowing what he's got in the back, just want to be sure on it. We'll start with the Ewoks. Make sure that I select the right team here, and we're gonna do Qira and Nest. Like I said, I'd rather have that little bit more surety, and we'll have the protection recovery on Nest. And my Nest is very slow with a lot of tenacity. We'll get to see how it goes here. So we'll throw it on auto battle from the very beginning. I'm gonna toss my target over on the Elder and just let it go. Oh, and they get a day's first time. So just gotta wait for that daze to come off, and then we'll be golden. Alright, so far so good. Alright, got that resist that time. A stun over there on Elder. More damage on Elder there. And Daze is off. Some counterattacks in there. Logray gets one shot. And that other guy, whoever he was, got one shot. Wicked's taking some nasty damage. I think that I did not need Qira in here at all. But I'd always rather be safe. Especially if I'm the person attacking first, I would just rather be safe and go for the more sure win, the real good, go for the good banners, and not risk it. So that was an easy 59, and now we can move in for the Carth team. I would use like a crew team against this if I had one. Unfortunately, I do not. So we're just, I'm gonna also check his speeds. I'm gonna be smart about it. Check his speeds, check his mods. Okay, so we've got an offense set here. Very slow, but pretty high offense on mission. Only gear 11. So now we've got Juhani here. Defense and health 83. Zalbar is going to be tanky as all get out, or normal. Hoda protection. Very slow is normal. Is Canderous, does he have offense? He's got some crit damage. 64 speed, so not too slow. Not really high damage though. And then is Carth. Carth has a speed set, potency set. Goes fastest, but not very threatening. Alright, so I should be pretty good with my JTR. Let's go ahead and we'll bring them in. Might even be able to do EP, but we'll just stick with JTR. I'm gonna save my I'll save my 3PO or a Luke team just in case. And I like to bring in Finn, even though my Finn is only gear 9. The cleanse and the stun that he has makes him, in my opinion, better than Resistance Trooper. Trooper is just way too squishy. He almost always dies when I bring him in. Alright, so we'll toss out some burning and hopefully get some exposes all, around. Unfortunately, I did not. I'm going to try to control mission. I want to get her controlled from the very beginning. We'll start trying to land some exposes. Good damage out there. Got her stunned as well. That's awesome. It's going to be very helpful. Try to get a stun here. Did not get the stun. Juhani's about to go and she's going to cleanse all of that stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to toss the hiding everywhere. Right. Hopefully I'll be able to get around Juhani here shortly. Alright. There we go. Fortunately, she's hidden. Try to get some stuns out here. Go after their Andrus there. That was nice. Forced to go after Zalbar again. Okay, Illuminated Destiny is always great to get off. I'm gonna do the AoE. That's gonna kill off Canderous. It's gonna be very helpful. Get rid of that taunt again. And we can go ahead and kill off Carth. We'll work over on Zalbar. Here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the heal move. That's going to get me some protection back. And I'm going to try to get full protection here. I don't think that's going to be possible. They're just not... they're not tanky enough. This enemy team, this Carth team is not tanky enough, I don't think, for me to be able to get full banners. We'll see. Basic here. We're gonna try to get a stun on her. Here's Illuminated Destiny. That's a little bit more health and protection. There's a little bit more protection, but I'm still missing a good amount. So I'm only gonna be getting 59 banners here, not 60. That's not too bad. And we get to see what's going to be behind door number 1. Alright, so what is behind door number 1? Bugs and Bosk. Okay. So that's a little upsetting. Normally I would use my JTR against Bosk bounty hunters, but I can still get away with that. Alright, so we go down here to door number 2. We're gonna find out what's gonna be behind here. So he's got First Order team. He forgot to put a couple mods on his crew. Oh. How about that? He does have mods on his crew. When I looked the other day, it looked like he did not have any mods. But he does have a good amount of health, which is used usually to counter Ewoks, but I still think that is what I'm going to be using. As that will allow me to save some better teams for the back rank. Not too worried about anyone on this team. It didn't look like it was too fast of a First Order team. Or I could use my troopers here. That's another option, to use my troopers. Is got a 247 First Order officer. My troopers are faster than that. I could take these guys out with troopers. But I could also save my troopers for possibly his Night Sisters. Troopers would be a guaranteed 60 banners. Let's see here. So he's got Geos in the back, which again I did not expect. So for Geos, I'm gonna have to use my my Treya most likely. And he also had 13 bounty hunters. Bounty hunters might be EP. Unless he had, if he had weak bounty hunters in this, no, he does not have any weak bounty hunters really. And his Bosk was pretty good. It would look like it was 261 with decent tenacity on it as well. So not poorly modded. It was actually fairly decently modded Bosk. And while my Stark may go faster than that, I don't think that I can get a kill on either IG-88 or Greedo before before he gets the taunt off. Let me look at my troopers here. The easy way. Gotta beat 261 at 255 plus the speed bonus. So my Stark is faster. I just don't know if I can kill off IG-88 fast enough. Thank you for the follow, Reluctant Goat. Nice name, I like it. His IG-88 is very weak. It is definitely possible that I can take him out with, before boss gets the taunt off. It is possible. Question is, do I want to do that and save my EP for something else? Or use my troopers against the First Order? The Ewoks really aren't used anywhere except for First Order. What are the possibilities that he has in the back here? Night Sisters. Let's say I'm going to use my Treya. My highlighter up here. I'm going to use my Treya. I've already used my JTR. I've used the other team. Ewoks, so I used Nest. Okay, so Trey is going to be used there. Let's say troopers are used there. Okay, and Geos here. So bounty hunters. Okay, so he could have Night Sisters, CLS, Jedi Knight Revan, Darth Revan, Grievous. So if I have my Padme, my CLS, and my Jedi Knight Revan saved, then I'll be fine. I've got a lot of stuff left, really. I've got a whole lot of stuff left. So I should be fine to use a good team against these guys. How fast are these crew guys? 214, that's not too bad. And First Order officer, we've got 247. The question is just, where do I use my troopers? I think I'd rather use my troopers here. Troopers are more likely to get 60 banners, whereas I'll probably only get 55, maybe 56 if I'm lucky, if I use my Ewoks. So I'm gonna go for the better banners. I should be able to take out this First Order team with at least 58. Sometimes it doesn't go as well with the counterattacks from Kylo and crew. But if I get lucky enough with dazes and stuns from Death Trooper, oh yeah, he's got the double taunt. I did not take that into account. There's that, and he shouldn't have been faster. My Stark should have been faster. That's a little upsetting too. Let's take out this guy. There we go. That's gonna help quite a bit. Don't want him to really do a whole lot of counterattacking, but I need to get that extra damage out there. We're gonna go after Fox. Hopefully get that kill really quickly here. Go. I'm gonna avoid using AoE right now. get a daze, hopefully. Awesome, got that daze finally. Alright, so there's that. He's probably gonna end up dying here really quickly from some AoE, but I'm gonna try for the kill shot. Better option. Ability block is awesome. Very helpful there. And there we go. Oh, really? Didn't die? Alright. He stuck a healing immunity on my Death Trooper right there at the end, so he couldn't get his protection back. So only 59 banners. Alright, but 59 banners there is better than the 55 that I would have gotten from the Ewoks. So now we got Phoenix. I'm gonna Wampa these guys. I never feel very comfortable with just using Wampa. So I'm going to be using Rex Wampa. And I'll bring in a tank as well. Rex Wampa, and we'll look for tanks. See what kind of tanks I have available. Like Stormtrooper Han is going to be my tank. I want to save my old Ben for a CLS team. Probably. CLS on Chewie. I don't need old Ben for that team, so I can use old Ben here. Okay. This is probably overkill, but again, I would rather one-shot it than go in undersized and end up getting my my Wampa dead, as sometimes happens. Okay, we're going after Sabine first. Oh, he didn't even have Kanan in this team. If I had realized that, I would have just gone Wampa. Alright, that's okay. Better safe than sorry. I'll lose a couple of banners from Rex, hoping that my old Ben doesn't get hit. That's why I'm not taunting on him, because I don't want him to get hit. Go and see if I can't kill Hera. Otherwise she's gonna get some reses. Right. Oh, we already did use it. There, that's okay. Meter reduction there. Pop him, he's down. Not gonna hit him while he's got a retribution. Okay, so he went down, but he came right back up. That. There goes Ezra. Go for turn meter reduction and settle the damage. There we go. Alright, so 60 banners. I was able to keep full protection, luckily, on old Ben. Alright, what do we got now behind door number 2? He's got Night Sisters and Padme. Alright. So, Padme is probably going to be Palpatine counter. Palpatine with Thrawn. Let's go back to my spreadsheet here. So I've got so much left. I've got Jedi Knight Revan, I've got CLS, I've got my own Padme, I've got my Geonosians. Geos will be against his Night Sisters. I'm gonna do that right now. I'm not even gonna look at mods. No reason. Geos. I love the Geos to counter Night Sisters. It is amazing. All you have to do is make sure that you hold your cleanse ability from Brood Alpha until after the plague goes off, and then it's just smooth sailing. Okay, I'm not gonna use the big assist. Where's Spy at? Is that Spy? Oh, that's not Spy. Spy? There he is. Okay. There we go. Don't really have to worry about the stealth, because I do have some AoE here, and Spy also has the Dispel. Health equalization will get me up pretty soon, as well as the cleanse right here. Go. So there's 2 reses from zombie. Let's go ahead and pop Talzin with a little bit of damage there. There goes. Doc is not down yet. We'll finish her here. He stunned my this cleanse. No. And both Poggle and no, Poggle's not stunned. All right. Let's do this guy. That got rid of that stealth, so he's down. And alright. Now here, I'm gonna actually hold off, and I'm gonna try to regen the protection if I can get back around to the Brood Alpha. I can get another of the cleanse moves off. I've got 2 minutes, so I'm not really. Wasn't in a hurry, but that was perfect timing. Perfect timing. 60 banners. Couldn't have gone better. Couldn't have gone better. All right, so my Geos are used, and now we've got the weak Padme team. I could probably just CLS it or Revan it, but I think I'd rather not do that. But Traya is definitely going to be used against the Geonosians. I can use Palpatine with Thrawn to go against those other those guys down there. So we'll go ahead and we'll Traya this. I like to go in with full Triumvirate. I know it can be done with just Traya and Scion, but I just prefer I prefer to have that third person in there. That gives you just that little bit of extra cushion. And at this point, I'm not going to be using Nihilus anywhere else. As soon as Scion gets his turn here, there we go. So I got pain on everyone. Go ahead and toss that over to Nihilus. Gonna just kill themselves. Alright, doesn't matter who I attack. Oop. More cooldown there. I don't like killing what's his face? I don't like killing the Brood Alpha first. I prefer to let Brood Alpha continue to give the hive mind for the assists. Kill him right here. That'll kill him. And there goes the spy. So Treya ends full protection. Alright, we're good. 60 banners. Looks like I'm getting roughly about a 60 banner average. I got a couple of 59s in there. This is going to make it really hard. This is why you don't want to set a soft defense. If you set a soft defense, then your opponent can come in with the easy counters and get a nice 59, 60 banner average. It's going to be really, really difficult for him to get like a 59, 60 banner average against like my Darth Revan, my Grievous, even my Night Sisters. Although he could Geo my Night Sisters. No, he can't because we're on defense. But a 59 to 60 banner average, especially when you're facing a Darth Revan and a Grievous, is gonna be really, really difficult. Okay, so here we've got Padme. We're gonna go after this one next. We're gonna use EP with Thrawn. No, I'm not gonna use EP because EP on defense. Well, that throws a wrench into things. Okay, I guess what I'm gonna do here is a Jedi Knight Revan. So Jedi Knight Revan can definitely counter Padme. I just gotta be a little bit careful. Not gonna use what's his face on this one. I'm gonna use my Hermit Yoda. For the extra protection recovery, and I don't know that would be a great idea because he adds the attacks out of turn. We'll actually not use him. I'm not going to use my Padme team. I'm going to throw Anakin in here. Anakin has the AoE Dispel, so I can get rid of a lot of their protection up. I think that might be the best option, honestly. We're gonna do this. Hopefully I should come out with full 60 banners on this one as well. We are going to avoid attacking out of turn as much as I can, although I do kind of want to do the mark on her. Go ahead and mark her. Well, okay. I was not quite expecting that. But I'll take it. Go ahead and steal the buffs. And, now it should be a piece of cake. They don't have the leadership bonus, so no one's going to be attacking out of turn. Or no one's going to be getting the bonus protection for getting attacked out of turn, I should say. There he goes at the foresight, so I'm going to just dodge everything. Finish off Anakin next. He goes, put a stun over here, and I can work on Mace. Everyone is, looks like full protection except for maybe Anakin, so we'll call Anakin to assist here. We'll do this, and that's gonna call everyone to assist. Everyone's gonna get a little bit more protection back, and there we go. Nice, easy 60 banners. And now all we've got left here is the bounty hunter team. So it's not a bad bounty hunter team, but I've got so much left. I'm gonna just bring in my CLS team here. I'll throw in Hoda for a little bit of protection recovery, and even Thrawn. Thrawn will give me a little bit of that control. And he also has protection recovery, so I should end, if I don't end 60 banners on this one, I've probably done something wrong. Alright. We're gonna start off with a stun on Bosk, make sure that he does not get his bad stuff off. Gonna go for some turn meter reduction, and I did not get any turn meter reduction there. I kind of want to throw a fracture on one of these guys that's gonna do some massive AoE, like Dengar, just to prevent that little bit of AoE damage. We're gonna go for a stun on Greedo because he also does AoE. And what's with the tenacity on this? We'll go for a stun on Greedo. That was nice. If I throw, can't throw Foresight on anyone that's not a Jedi, so that's fine. Now he is going to get a turn. He's going to be able to taunt. I'm going to keep my call to action for now. Yeah, I can get a little bit of TR there. Awesome. Go for a stun on Boba. Kill him. Did not mean to actually kill him. Alright, this. Bam. Let's I'm gonna swap this over to Han. Han can go for a stun here on Bosk and EMR on Greedo. Go for the kill and go for a stun Dengar. Perfect. Alright, EMR there. Call in some more assists. We're gonna call in from Chewie so he gets that extra health damage. Go for another fracture, and there we go. 60 banners once again. So I'm gonna say that this one's already in the bag. He hasn't attacked me, but I do not see him pulling a 60 banner average, because that's pretty much what he's gonna have to get. So we've got 1440 points. 1917 minus 1440 is 477. Divide that by 8 teams. Yeah, I've got 59.625 banners on average. So he's got to get 60 banners average in order to beat me. And I just do not see that happening. I did not underman any of these squads. I probably could have. Actually, I undermanned one. I did underman with Nest. Gained 200 buffs in the arena, so I got that complete. I got this one complete. This is 3 out of 3, so that was the last one there. So, yeah, that's that is why you do not go light on defense. That is a perfect example of why you don't go light on defense. If he comes back and he clears me with a 60 banner average, then hats off to him. Like, he deserves to win. If he can clear my Darth Revan, my Grievous, my Night Sisters, Carth, Bounty Hunters, EP, if he can clear all of these with a 60 banner average, hats off to him. He deserves to win. But I don't see that happening. So that's Grand Arena exhibition, month-long exhibition, week 3, round 3. So hope you enjoyed that one.